Hey everyone, it is Sue. So it is Father's Day actually, but it's a little before 5. Of course, I'm outside. A couple houses over, they're having a party, so you're going to hear kids playing in the pool. Sorry about that, but I wanted to share with you my garden. It's been, I think, about 3 weeks since I've shared my garden with you, and it has changed a lot. So let's go. Over here on the side of my house, where I have a trellis that I just tie up to my deck so that the tomato plants on this side, as they get bigger, I'll make sure that the branches go through those holes and they will, have nice support. So over here I have 5 different kinds of tomatoes. So tomato, 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 tomato. And then this one here. This one is a Tiny Tim tomato plant. That's a Sun Gold tomato plant. There'll be yellow tomatoes. That is a Chef Choice Black. That's my favorite. And it's red, but it has like the top of it is like a black color, or a darker color, I should say, not black. This one right here is Super Sweet 100s. And then this is a new one that I got for this year, and it's called Small Red Cherry Tomato. That's the name of it. All right. so, and the Tiny Tim tomato plant is a determinate, so it will grow approximately 2 feet high, 2 feet wide, and yeah, so that will just stay in the pot. Over here I have another tomato plant. Oh, wait a minute, I have 6 different kinds of tomato plants. This is a Chadwick cherry tomato plant, and I forgot about that one. Okay, so over here, this is my hibiscus. Now, when I first planted them, they came up beautifully, and then I'm telling you, in like one day, I mean, if you have a garden, you know how this goes. In like one day, bugs got it, and animals came and destroyed 3 of my plants that I had in this bag. So all I can say, well, you can see all the damage there from some bug. It hasn't gotten worse. They are definitely growing, so I'm just letting them be. You can see all the new growth in the middle right there. So they're not dead, right? They're not the best either, but I'm just letting them grow, and hopefully I will get some beautiful hibiscus flowers. I hope. Um, this right here is a cosmos flower in white. Over here I have multiple kinds of sunflowers, and then on the bottom, sorry. Then on the bottom I put some dianthus flowers. So that's on the side. So now when we go over here around the deck, these are my pea plants, and I have one volunteer sunflower growing in that one pot, but these are all tomato plants. These 3 pots are, what are they? They are sugar snap peas. And then I have little marvel peas, and I have green arrow peas. The green arrow and the little marvel are doing the best because I have peas growing on those. And the sugar snap peas, I was really surprised at. They actually, this one especially, has some sort of a bug on it, or it did. And I can tell because see how there's like a little branch or stem with nothing on it. And I have multiples of those on here. So to me, that means that something's eating it. So I did have tomato plants over here too. because there's plenty of room for more plants. But once I felt like I was getting some sort of pest on these two pea plants, and I think this one too, I moved it. I moved the tomatoes because I didn't want any problems with my tomato plants. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick little overview here, and we'll get up close to see. So it was a really hot day. You know what? Let me start up here. So I have nasturtiums, which I'm loving. It's the first time I have grown nasturtiums, and they're all edible, even the flower, the leaves, everything. And it's good for your eyes, which I need. If you need lutein for your eyes, then nasturtiums is it. And the white flowers, which I think I didn't plant them this year. Those just kind of popped up on their own, and they're all over the whole bed, the whole thing. So I'm thinking that maybe they are, I want to say alyssum, but I'm not sure that they really are. I don't know what they are. But as they go from white to like this beautiful purple to seed. And you can see the seed here, this right here. So yeah, so lots going on in that raised bed. It's actually has some wheels on it. I love that bed. This over here is my marshmallow plant. Right now it's needing, looks like a little bit of water. It's going to be a hot week this week, you know, above 90, and I would say at least one 100-degree day. This has sunflowers, different kinds, and more dianthus in the bottom. Then over here I have two nice size bags. They're 10-gallon bags of two different kinds of carrots, and those will be ready in a few weeks. Then I have chives and lemon basil there. I have a super sweet 100 tomato plant here on this trellis that my son made for me. There's another one over here. He made two for me last year that I used for cucumbers last year, but this year I'm using them for tomatoes because I can't grow a cucumber, well, not successfully, so I gave up. Over here, some green beans, which are flowering, so the beans will be coming soon. And so I have a lot going on in here. I planted recently some dianthus over here. You can see those popping up. There was like a spot there, and I had the seeds, so I'm like, well, why don't I just throw them in? This is a Chef Choice black tomato plant, doing really well. And there are two sunflowers in here. They're going to get really tall. There was a third, but an animal got it. I have a couple carrots here. I had planted them, and the seeds didn't germinate, and then I planted other stuff, and then they germinated, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now I have like these random carrots in there. But here, so this is romaine lettuce that I've cut back, I don't know, 6 times. So I'm thinking it's like on its last leg, and I'll probably get one more little harvest from those. Very successful and very good. I eat lettuce every day from my garden. That's a little basil plant, and that is a pepper plant. It's a chocolate pepper plant, so it's good. They're going to be brown, so bell peppers. This right here is mini marigolds. So thank you very much, Julie Rose. They are growing, and you can see the buds, so they will be out soon. This is a beefsteak tomato plant, and this is Italian large leaf basil plant. Looking good, looking good. Another lemon basil, cilantro, which I've cut back 3 times already. And then that is a sun gold tomato plant. You can see the flowers. So a lot of my tomato plants do have flowers on them. This is my raspberry bush. Got some flowers on there. So now you hear the train down the street. That's a train where they give rides like Polar Express. Yeah. Okay, so over here, these are my garlics. I harvested one just yesterday to see how it was doing, and they need more time. So I'm probably another 3 weeks on those. And over here I have loose leaf lettuce, which the same as my romaine. I've harvested this more than the romaine. I don't know, 9 times a lot, and you can see it's still growing. So I will get another harvest out of the loose leaf as well as the romaine. I had planted parsley. What else do I have? Okay, so over here, well, that's my bird that protects my lettuce. These 5 small pots, I am starting green beans, and this one you can see is germinating. So that green in the middle is the beginning of a green bean. Well, actually, I think those are burgundy in color. Those beans. And the reason I'm doing them in pots is because once I get all the garlic out of there, I will transplant the beans over there, so I have something to put in there. Yeah. Yep. So I have to figure out what to do for over here though, because pretty soon this lettuce I'm going to have to pull. Like I tried putting, oh, there's a worm up on top. Oh, I see him moving. Ooh, yuck. I guess that's good though, right? I tried planting an opal basil over here, and he's not doing well, so I don't know what I'm going to do. But over here is chamomile, which is taking forever to grow. It just grows very slow. This is another tomato plant, a Chadwick cherry. This is Genovese basil, and another pot with sunflowers and dianthus. And now over here for these 2 long raised beds, which are both new this year, I have on both ends of this one more of the nasturtium, which again I'm loving. I didn't know it was gonna grow so crazy, so now I know better. And I had already planted this tomato plant in there, which is doing well considering it's very crowded by the nasturtium, but I'm going to leave it, let it do its thing. And then under there is a purple opal basil plant. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I have dill, I have more sunflowers along with some zinnia that are popping up. That right there is another chocolate pepper plant. Here are 2 more Tiny Tim tomato plants, and that is a chocolate pepper plant, bell pepper. Over here are some dahlias. These seeds were from my flowers from last year, and the sunflowers. All the sunflowers are from seeds from my flowers from last year, as well as these. This is calendula. All of those seeds are from my flowers from last year, and they're doing so good. So good. And then over here, so right next to the bed I just shared with you is this bed. So this one has the alyssum on both ends, and it's not as crazy as that nasturtium, but right here is a beautiful tomato plant. This is the Chef Choice black tomato plant, and it's got some nice flowers on it, so I'm excited for those. I am trying again for the third year, for like the 29th time, to grow radishes. I had a couple little open areas where my onions didn't germinate, and I had a half a pack of seeds, radish seeds from 2 years ago, and they right away they germinated. But my issue is I don't get radishes. So anyways, I'll see. I have a little bit of dill in here. I threw some dill seeds in here. And then you can see the Walla Walla onions, which are the sweet onions that I like, the Vidalias. And then in the middle here, and look at this, got a bud, got a bud. These are going to be pink cosmos, so they're tall. I have them at different stages. Like I have a little one over here. And the reason why they are all different heights is because I planted them at different times because the animals kept coming to eat my seeds. So I had to keep replanting the seeds. Let me go on this side. In the middle here, I have 3 more of the romaine lettuce, and I have a chocolate pepper plant here. And this is another tomato plant. That's a sun gold tomato plant, and look at all the beautiful flowers. So I'm hoping to actually get tomatoes sown. Oh, I see. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Can I get that on camera? Can you see the teeny tiny tomato right there? Oh yay, they're growing. And I have over here, I have prize head lettuce, which is a lighter but colorful lettuce. And then another basil, California poppy flowers. This is a beefsteak tomato plant. This is my little Chinese maple that is growing. Like, look at these little leaves. So I had found this in this pot when I took this pot out of my back shed after the winter, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna try to grow that, and it's actually growing. And then this one is tall marigolds. They're called Cracker Jack marigolds. I think that's it. Oh, and then this is a hole where my chipmunks live. See that hole? Yeah, I can see right down to the sticks that I have in the bottom of this bed. But they're not hurting anything. And I did try to cover up the hole one day, and within hours the hole was back, so yeah. And so let me share one other thing with you. And I'll put the camera down so you don't get dizzy. So this is on the side of my driveway. And I watched a video on Charles Dowding, who is like this master gardener. And most of his beds are no-till, or they're above ground beds. And I'm like, well, you know what? I had 2 bags of potting soil sitting in my garage, and I have this weed barrier stuff. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm gonna mound up those 2 bags of potting soil, throw some fertilizer on it, so the fertilizer is the lighter color. And I have onions, I have dill, sunflowers, Cosmo, and green peppers. Green beans. So I just did this 2 days ago, so you can obviously see there's nothing in there. But I'm making sure it's watered twice a day, and I'm gonna see if anything grows. I mean, after I put the dirt in there, like overnight I was thinking about it. And I'm like, well, I have wood I can put around it. Just, if it rains, it's not going to all wash away. I don't know. It's just a little test. Something fun to play with. So, that is it, everybody. That is my garden as of June Today the 19th, June 19th, 2024. And I am loving it. Love, 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 love. So thank you so much for being here. Let me know how your garden is going and let me know what you're growing. I would love to hear. All right, thanks. All right, God bless. Bye-bye.